Hello, everyone. My name is Paul Leiser. I'm a senior cloud solution architect. And today we're going to talk about TIC 3.0, network architecture, and telemetry collection. What is TIC? It stands for Trusted Internet Connections, and it's an initiative started about a decade ago to improve federal cybersecurity. It's a monolithic device that monitors the inbound and outbound to an agency's on premise network. And it's used to uncover behavioral anomalies, specific patterns, and then share any collected information with other agencies to improve security and reduce risk. Now we're going to talk about your applications and what that looks like when you move them into the cloud under the TIC 2.0 model. When you move that application into the cloud and you want your users to access it directly, those users must come through your MTIPs under TIC 2.0. And because you're routing that traffic through the MTIPs and down to the data center, then across a site to site VPN or an express route, you have increased latency. You have additional complexity with the policies and configurations you must manage. And the end user experience will be impacted. This restricts the types of applications that you can support in the cloud. Some web front ends, applications, stuff like that. APIs might work just fine under this model, but services like virtual desktops that require low latency do not work well through a TIC 2.0 scenario. TIC 3.0 shifts the firewall from this monolithic device sitting at the inbound outbound of your enterprise network to the cloud. You still need a firewall, but this can be a layer 3 or a layer 7. And you still need to collect the logs that that firewall generates and get those logs into CISO's hands. Azure supports many different types of firewalls. We have the native ones with Azure Firewall at layer 3. We have the application gateway with a web app firewall, and we have Azure Front Door with a web app firewall, which those are layer 7. And we have NVAs, network virtual appliances, also known as third-party firewalls from vendors like Palo Alto and Cisco and many others. Azure Firewall is a platform as a service at layer 3. It provides you TLS inspection, IDPS, URL filtering, web categories, geo filtering. It is a straightforward way to provide layer 3 firewall services to your network. Third party firewalls, also known as NVAs, run on virtual machines in Azure. So this is infrastructure as a service. They are layer 3. These can be utilized to leverage existing skill set in the organization for firewalls that might be on-prem. You'll leverage a syslog forwarder to collect the logs from the third-party firewall, send it to a log analytics workspace for retrieval by CISA's talent. Application gateways are layer 7 regional load balancers for web traffic. This is a platform as a service, and you can configure them with a web application firewall to enable protection from cross-site scripting, malicious bots, SQL injection, and a whole host of other capabilities. This service is great at securing public-facing web-based content. Azure Front Door is a layer 7 global load balancer, and it is great at securing public-facing content that you need to scale across regions. And when you configure it with a web application firewall, you get protection from malicious bots, SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and ability to use managed policies or create your own. To discuss TIC 3.0 compliance, we're going to use the Azure Front Door with the web application firewall. What does it mean to be TIC 3.0 compliant? It's really about moving your workloads into the cloud and having a firewall between the user and the service such that the user connects to the service at the cloud's edge. MTIPs and TIC 2.0 services are not going away. These two capabilities are going to live side by side. Users on-prem and services in your data center will continue to leverage MTIPs to secure your enterprise perimeter. With TIC 3.0 at your cloud perimeter, you'll discover that you have improved end user experience, reduced end user latency, and the ability to provide new capabilities to both internal and external customers. You can do things like Azure Virtual Desktop, content delivery, highly available multi region applications. Now, onto the architecture. CISA has created a capability called Talon that is a region based service. It will connect to your agency's event hub and use a service account in the form of a registered application and authenticate using a certificate that CISA will provide you. The registered application will have reader permissions on the event hub so that the Talon can connect to the event hub and pull the logs. Event Hub is a great way for the Talon to pull the logs because if anything happens in the collection process, the Talon can always reach back into the Event Hub and recollect the logs from the recycle bin. Some additional log types that you will want to collect and send to CISA are Azure AD logs. It includes a lot of different types of logs, audit logs, sign-in logs, and some more there, as well as NSG flow logs. You will want to send all these logs into the same log analytics workspace that is used by the firewall. TIC 3.0 provides a first class experience for your end users such that they get to directly access your cloud based service while being protected with the firewall. Under TIC 2.0, those users must traverse multiple connections from the MTIPs to the data center and across a site to site VPN or an express route. TIC 3.0 will help you innovate and provide new services and capabilities to all of your users.